I'm going to hand over now. Well, we're going to start first of all the Caribbean Corner webinar, and Jade is setting us off. So I'm going to let Graham just give us a brief intro as to who he is and what he's representing today and what his prize is. Graham, hello.
Hi, hello. Thanks, Sarah, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And for those in the US, as they say in America, happy Thanksgiving. Well, I'm going to talk about a beautiful hotel in Dominican Republic called Impressive, and you're going to learn all about it today and what it can give to your clients. You're going to have a fantastic presentation from both Jade and Sarah and myself, and we're going to help you all we can to make those bookings come true.
Perfect. And also, Randall is not able to make it today, but I'm going to be presenting a video that he's already pre-recorded for us on StolenTime in St. Lucia. And now I'm going to hand over to Jade. Jade, introduce yourself, share your screen, and let's party.
Thank you very much. So hello everyone. I've probably confused everyone today now because I normally talk about True Blue Bay in Grenada, but I am going to be talking about another property that I represent in the UK and Europe today, which is Calabash Cove in St. Lucia. So I think that's all good to go. Why is it?
Yeah. Put it in full screen mode and we're
There we
good.
go. So yeah, so like I said, some of you may recognize me from some of the different properties that I look after, but please do make a note of my details if you need anything at all or have any other questions after the follow-up. Sometimes we forget to ask questions in the moment. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time. So I'm going to start with a short video that I'm going to talk over. It has no sound, so I'm just going to give you a few facts as this video is playing. So Calabash Cove Resort and Spa is a 5-star adult-only property in St. Lucia, which is 16 plus. Really popular for honeymooners and couples that are celebrating a romantic holiday. And the way that the property is set out is beautiful. So it's tiered, you walk into the lobby, and as you get lower and lower, you just see these amazing views from the moment that you step in. It's nestled in a really quiet beach, so none of the beaches in St. Lucia are private, but we kind of get away with saying that because we're in a cove. So it really is secluded, and the only way that anyone's going to walk on the beach is if they come by boat, which is really unlikely. So it's a really nice, secluded, intimate, romantic property. So just to touch on location, so we're located in the northwest of the island, as I mentioned. So to put that into perspective, Huanora International Airport here down in the south, we're about an hour and 20 minutes up here near to the Castries area. We do offer private helicopter transfers as well. So particularly if guests are getting married on resort or they're celebrating a honeymoon or a special occasion, guests do choose to take that option because it's much quicker. It takes about 20 minutes. And the location of us is really fantastic. So we're right in that Rodney Bay and Castries area. So there's lots for people to do in and around the resort as well. So we find that a lot of the guests do wander out. They will go to Rodney Bay, do some shopping, explore some of the local restaurants and bars as well. And then they can come straight back to the hotel, which is only about 5 to 10 minutes away. So a couple of key selling points, some that I've already touched on. I think one of the most things that I probably love the most is that we're only 26 rooms. So we're actually spread over so much land, but we've got only 26 rooms, which makes us really boutique and intimate. So it's really nice to be able to offer an option to clients that isn't like a big, 400 room resort. Sometimes people are looking for that quieter, more secluded, remote location. And actually the whole hotel is kind of set out that way. So it's very peaceful. You're going to connect with nature and the sights and the sounds of the destination. There's hammocks lying around. It really is somewhere that you're going to go to connect with your person that you're traveling with. So you are each other's entertainment, and that's the kind of environment that this hotel has created. We offer bed and breakfast and all-inclusive options, and there's a real 50-50 mix between what clients like to do. 50% of our guests book bed and breakfast because of the location where we are to Castries and Rodney Bay, and then other guests just want to stay in the hotel the whole time and just be wined and dined upon and have all-inclusive, which we'll touch on in a bit more detail. But the location is lovely, like I've said, and definitely it's for those that are seeking more of a quieter escape without any distractions going on. So on to room categories. We've only got 3 different types of room category, which makes it really easy to remember actually. But the Sunset Ocean View Junior Suites for a lead-in product is absolutely fantastic. So these rooms are located up on the higher tier where the lobby is. So I do want to mention at this point, you kind of steep down towards the bottom of the beach in terms of the room categories. So for anybody that had some mobility problems, the rooms that are going to be on the beach are probably not the best. But if anybody's up near the lobby where the restaurants and the main recreational areas are, then the Sunset Ocean Junior Suites are absolutely fine for that. And because they're located higher up, you get these amazing ocean views. And I just think for a leading product in St. Lucia to have this room with the jacuzzi tub, with the balcony, with that ocean view where the sunsets are amazing is stunning for a leading room category. I also want to mention that every single room category comes with one bed. So we do get requests sometimes to have two beds, but it's not possible. So we are a romantic resort. So I do advise that anyone travels with someone they do actually want to share a bed with, because we can't do anything about that. So that's important to remember as well. And the swim up junior suites are probably our most popular room category. These rooms are just stunning. They're just so bright, they're blue, they're very St. Lucian, and they literally walk out into the infinity pool, which is kind of the heart and soul of the property as well. That's where the swim up bar is and where people kind of hang around during the daytime. So these are really wonderful rooms for those that would like that poolside access. And then my favourite are the Water's Edge cottages with private plunge pool. So these are really stunning. And I think particularly for anyone that is travelling on a honeymoon, they're so private and secluded. You're kind of in your own space. And it's a really nice kind of hide away cottage that you can share with somebody. So they have a main living area, separate bedroom. You've got your own private plunge pool. You're right down near the beach. And you've got a lovely hammock outside and an outdoor rain shower. There's just everything that could have been thought of put into these cottages. And interestingly, they're actually Balinese cottages, but they've been St. Lucia'd inside. So the dark wood, but with the St. Lucia colours, and they're a really, really wonderful room category. And they're right on the beach. And as I mentioned, you'll see it a bit later on how the resort tiers down towards the beach. So there's a few steps that come down to these cottages because all of them are literally beachfront almost. And I did take a little video actually while I was here in January. I think realism is important. I love a good image that's been taken by a professional, but let's keep it real sometimes. So you can just see a small snapshot of one of the cottages here in real time. So I just want to mention with the outdoor rain shower, because I think some people question that, but obviously you've got the little hatch that keeps it very private, but there's no roof. So that's quite interesting if there's a bit of a tropical rain that's come in. But if you're having a shower at night time, the moon literally sits right at the top of the ceiling of the rain shower. And it's the most incredible thing having like a nighttime shower outside with the moon literally above you, which was quite nice. So on to food. The resort in itself, the restaurant that we have wins its own awards because it's a real five-star gourmet experience. But I really want to touch on one, the location and the view, because you literally sit here for breakfast, lunch and dinner in the Windsong restaurant and the views are amazing. So you can see Castries from here and at night time when the lights are across the harbour like that, it is the most beautiful and romantic setting. So I do really want to touch on all-inclusive because there is a big jump between the bed and breakfast and the all-inclusive rate, and I think it's really important to understand why that is. It's because it's such a high-end offering. So on the all-inclusive, you get obviously all your meals, snacks and drinks, including all of the premium stuff. You also get over 20 bottles of wine from the wine list. So if you're having a lovely evening meal and you want a glass of wine, we'll just give you the bottle. And if you've drank that one, then we'll just give you another one. So it's really quite nice to be presented with a wine list that you don't have to pay any extra surcharges for. In lobster season, we even offer daily lobster dishes. We're offering steak on the menu. They're really high-end, dishes that you can choose from that literally cost you no extra. It's very much a resort that unless you're going to go to the spa and you're on all-inclusive, you're not going to spend another penny while you're here, which is fantastic. In the room categories, all of them come with an in-room minibar as well. So every room has that stocked with water and things. But if you're on all-inclusive, then you will get snacks. You'll get 4 different litres of spirits in your room. Guests can also send their preference to the concierge team before they arrive to say what spirits and mixers they would like in their room as well. And daily room service is only included for those that are on all-inclusive as well, so that's quite important to note. But a really lovely restaurant, and breakfast, lunch and dinner options for the one restaurant that we have that caters for the 26 rooms. It's quite a big offering and it's very, very tasty. And this is one of the views at night time. When you're watching the sunset come down, it is really such a magical sight, and it does have such a romantic feeling. So this is the sea bar. So people will typically, this is right next to the lobby. You can kind of see here as you're walking into the lobby, you step down to the restaurant and you've just got this amazing view from the moment that you step in. But this is somewhere where there'll be live entertainment before dinner, and people will have a martini or two and speak to other people, and then they'll go down and have their evening meal. And one thing that I noticed and really appreciated is that nobody's in a rush. You will sit at that restaurant, and if you want to sit there for 3 hours and have dinner and it take 3 hours, you can do that. So people are really enjoying their time together. You're not being turfed out because another reservation's coming in. If you want to take 4 hours to eat dinner and share that with your loved one, you can do it, and it's such a wonderful setting. And here's just another view of that lovely sea that you get. And then I'll really quickly just touch on weddings, because it's not like a weddings focused webinar, but we do actually do quite a lot of weddings. We've got various locations across the resort that we can do that, but of course they're very small and intimate weddings. So if you have any clients that want a wedding just for 2 or just for up to 20 people, then we can cater for that. It is really easy to get married in St. Lucia as well. I can put some of that information into the follow-up. But here are the wedding packages that we offer. So literally we can do anything from 2 people up to 20, but we do obviously stick to our adult only ruling. So if guests are staying nearby at some different properties, that's fine, but they do need to be over the age of 16 to attend the wedding. And here's just some of the locations and setups that we've done. And honeymoons are really big as well. So you'll find this through the tour operator contract. So please do ask if you need to for these packages, because I don't think people necessarily load them. But you can book 5 or 7 nights as a package with all of this extra included stuff. So if you're looking for a real wow honeymoon offering with lots of different things included, then do think of us and make sure you find out that information to access these packages. And onto our rewards program. So all of us have one of these nowadays, but ours is calabashcoverewards.com, and we do pay up to £35. Obviously, that's different in euros and dollars depending on where you're booking and logging those bookings from. And we do offer double rewards from time to time. So all you need to do is make a booking for 7 nights or more, and as soon as your guest checks in, we'll verify that and then pay the reward to your account. And travel agent rates, I actually need to update this because the 2026 rates are out already and they've stayed exactly the same. So based on everything I've told you about the really high-end all-inclusive, that amazing Ocean View Junior Suite, we actually allow travel agents to stay for $300 per room per night for 2 people, which is amazing. So if you are visiting St. Lucia, please do come and see us. I know we're not in the south, but if you happen to take a day trip up to the north, we'd love to have you even for lunch if you can't stay. So please bear that in mind, and you can do that simply by contacting me there, Jade at amgltd.biz. So for my UK agents that are listening, these are the tour operators that you can book us through. If you're listening from across the pond, you literally can access us anywhere, or you can even book direct with the resort as well. But I'm really happy to answer any questions that you may have about the resort, to assist with any bookings at any time as well. And I have got time to just do my little homemade video. I'm not a content creator, so this is horrific, but I just want to show you some realism around the resort and the lovely view that you get the minute that you arrive. So there's a bit of real time. It was a really grey and rainy wet day actually when we did that, but I think the result still looks so, so beautiful. But that really is in a nutshell Calabash Cove. And just to kind of re-highlight anyone that's looking for that 5-star, real authentic St. Lucian experience, you know, in a boutique setting, then that's definitely the place to send clients. So thank you so much for listening. And if anyone's got any questions, let me know.
Thank you, Jade. Holly's asked how many rooms are in each category.
Oh, that's testing me, isn't it? I think there's 10 in the leading. I think there's 8 cottages. I don't know exactly. That's really testing me, but I'm sure that there's 10 ocean view suites and then there's about 8 cottages and then the swim ups are in between. It's almost equal.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jade. So any questions for Jade, pop them into the Q&A and she can answer them. We're now going to hand it over to Graham. We're moving it across to the Dominican Republic. Graham, you'll need to unmute yourself. There he is.
There you go. Put it on there. Share there. Can can you see that okay?
It's coming. It's yeah, here we go.
Yeah, and you can hear me okay. Yeah, we're all good to go.
All good.
Perfect. Thanks, Sarah. What a presentation that was from Jade, the lovely Calabash Cove in St. Lucia. Beautiful place. I've been lucky enough to go there. The food is fantastic and it really is great. But if your clients are looking for somewhere to go in the Caribbean, um, look no further for the impressive brand in Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. If your clients want a great resort, 5-star, all inclusive, affordable luxury, this won't break the bank if you're taking your clients down there and their family. I'm going to show you a quick overview of the resort. If you've got any questions, just put them in the chat room and I'll do my best to answer them. But it's the impressive brand in Punta Cana, beautiful side of Dom Rep, great beaches. But let's have a look how we get there. We can fly down there with BA. Let's just hopefully it go. There we go. They're impressive as a brand. They've got obviously Dom Rep, but there are some also in Lanzarote, in Costa de Guiz, and the Grenada as well. So great brand, really expanding. It's a Spanish brand, and obviously Dom Rep is part a Spanish Caribbean island there. So we're here we go. We're on the beautiful Punta Cana side, the Bavaro Beach. The resort is about 20 minutes away from the airport. And as you're saying, opened in 2014 with great expansion. The group has great expansion plans. They've bought a new plot of land right next to it for the 5-star Royal Impressive coming your way. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. But it's all about the beach at the Impressive. The food, the drink, the rooms are fantastic. But boy, oh boy, what a beautiful beach. It's an award-winning blue flag beach. So if your clients want to go to that Caribbean and get that turquoise blue waters and the white sandy beaches, the Impressive brand is the place to go. Look at that. Uninterrupted views over the Caribbean Sea. And it's the only hotel in all that region to have its pier, or what they call locally the boardwalk, 90 meters long, the same height as the Statue of Liberty. You never know when you're going to need that information. But the beach is beautiful, pristine white sandy beach, very nice walk out into the sea itself, uninterrupted views. And on that boardwalk, people will have their cocktails and watch the beautiful sunsets. And it's also a very, very unique wedding location. You can get married at the end of the boardwalk. It's beautiful, it's quiet, it's serene, it's romantic. It's all those things you want on that big special day of the wedding. So we can got a wedding coordinator. We can work hand in hand with you guys and get that, make a day they will remember forever. Look at that there. I'll put that picture in. You can just see how flat. A lot of the hotels in Dom Rep are high, concrete jungle, but the Impressive is very, very flat, very green, rural. Down there, you see that impressive boardwalk or the pier and that beautiful white beach. Just sit there. And that building you'll see right in the middle of the screen there is a restaurant. How about having your breakfast in that restaurant? Talk about seafront. That is a seafront restaurant right there as well. Gone upstairs, there's a steakhouse there as well. There's pools dotted around the resort. And you can see just how beautiful the whole Impressive brand is. That I mentioned how lush and green the resort is, and this really is. Not everybody wants to sit on the beach and have the beautiful sunshine every day. Some people do like a little bit of shade, maybe the afternoon tea under the sort of trees and in the gardens. And the Impressive brand can deliver that as well. And sometimes people do want to get married in the garden. We've got some dedicated married spots around the resort just for you. A little bit of shade for the client, especially with the bride. It can get a little bit warm sometimes in peak summer. So the gardens are an ideal alternative to get married down there as well. But it's extensive ground. Our landscaping team down there are first class. And when you walk around the resort itself, you're walking around and you will stop and look at those beautiful palm trees, the hibiscus plants everywhere. It really is quite an amazing resort. So you've got a fantastic turquoise sea and beautiful white sand. 2 steps back into the resort, and you're surrounded by green, lush trees and palm trees, and you know you are in a beautiful Caribbean. So when you get there, you arrive at the check-in. Remember, it's a 5-star check-in service. Got a great team there at the reception desk to answer all your questions. Make yourself feel so welcome in the hotel as well. You check in, and then you get to your rooms. Now, the room itself has 658 rooms altogether. Sorry, 654 rooms, a few categories there from ocean view to pool view and tropical garden view as well. But you can just see how large the rooms are as well. Doesn't matter where you're located in the resort, you're going to get a great view. And the super king size beds, all your mod cons, your Wi-Fi, your big screen tellies are all there as well. Great balconies to go and enjoy outside. And there's a better room for a tropical view. When I was there, I stayed in this room and I could not believe the actual size of it. It's a super 7-foot king size bed, lovely balcony, all this say everything's there, beautiful raindrop showers for your clients to enjoy as well. It really is quite spectacular. And I just want to drip feed you a little bit about the price point. I always say in the Caribbean, you've got luxury, and affordable. And the impressive brand in Dom Rep is really affordable luxury. The price point is very attractive. You can go to your tour operators, get a great price, or contact us direct. We'll give you a fantastic price as well. And it really is super affordable. So if your clients are looking to the Caribbean and think, oh, I can't afford it, you can at Impressive. And there's just some more rooms at the, if you have a look down on the bottom sort of left and bottom right, that's a twin room, ideal for married couples. But you've got super nice big 4-foot single beds there, so lots of space. And they've got family rooms, interconnecting rooms, guaranteed at the time of the booking. One side of the room is ideally cut out with the kids, all the fluffy toys and the games. Everything's in there for the kids to enjoy. And the other side through the door is mum and dad, so you've got your privacy as well. So that's the two rooms connected as a family room. Perfect. There's 4 swimming pools around the resort as well. As you've already seen one on the bottom left, uninterrupted views over that Caribbean Sea. It's my favourite. They've got a little swim up bar there as well. And I always remember when I see this picture, when I was there in the pool enjoying it, we do fantastic agent rates as well. So if you're ever going down to the Caribbean, you want to go to a 5-star all inclusive, a great agent rate, contact us at Impressive and we will certainly look after you. If you're selling us, supporting us, we will support you as well. The other pools, there's a kiddies pool there. The pools, they have the animation, the water volleyball down there. There's a resident animation team that does activities on the beach within the resort as well. So there's something to do all the time. You can be as passive or as active as you wish at the Impressive. Now, within the Impressive hotel itself, there is an upgrade to Impressive Premium. This is slightly more adult friendly, not adult only, adult friendly. You have your own private concierge area. You go there, you've got your own private premium lounge area, so you can have your premium cocktails before you go out for dinner, or if you're going out locally, you can have your cocktails and your snacks throughout the day. This is exclusive to the premium guests. So again, if you're going there, you can always offer your guests an upgrade to the premium side of the resort, and they'll find out to get their own dedicated swimming pool area, their own lounges, a swim up bar, and of course their concierge lounge as well. Again, you can see the rooms, slightly bigger rooms here on the premium side. You've got oceanfront view as well. And you can see their garden view as well. But they are very spacious. Again, all the mod cons. And the ocean view actually have a jacuzzi bath, as you can see on the top right picture there, a jacuzzi bath. So if you want to sit in the bath, look out in the Caribbean Sea and watch the stars, have a nice glass of wine, this is the room for you on the premium side down there as well. There's a better picture of it there. Just see down in the background, you can see the jacuzzi bath where you can sit and just watch the world go by, Caribbean style. Just some more pictures of the beautiful rooms available on the premium side of the resort. Very, very spacious. You can even see the bathroom there, the raindrop showers. They're very large. You can get 1, 2, 3, 4 people in there if you wish. We got the Balinese beds around the resort as well. You can, if you want to sunbathe in the shade with a 4-poster Balinese bed, you can do that. But again, you can see how close you are to the Caribbean Sea and the balconies. It really is a stone's throw from the beautiful sea and the beach. There's the swim up bar I was telling you about. Just how nice is that? Very relaxed in Dom Rep and Punta Cana. And the beach is the best in the area. There's no two ways about it. There are a few hotels along the Bavaro beach, and the impressive really is right in the middle. Perfect location for your client's vacation. And this is the premium side of the resort with your own private pool area, your own individual private sun lounges with a swim up bar. You can see how cozy and lovely it is, and you've already seen the inside of the rooms on the premium. I personally would highly recommend you upgrade to premium side just for the added benefits of the snack bar, the exclusive lounge, your concierge service. They will book all your restaurants, all the daily activities for you if you so desire. Remember, you can be as passive or as active as you like at Impressive. Now, part of that premium, you do get exclusive beach area. This is purely just for premium clients. And that's what makes it really attractive. You're on one side of the pier, remember the 90-meter pier there, or boardwalk. Just to the left of that, you've got your Balinese beds down there as well. You get a TikTok bar where they do all your cocktails and snacks throughout the day. This is part of the all-inclusive, yeah. You can have a beach service. They can bring you champagne, and you can sit there with your loved one and just admire the beautiful views of the Caribbean Sea and enjoy that special vacation. So if you've got a wedding, maybe you've got a wedding group who want to go down it, you can easily put the bride and groom in the premium side where they've got all those added benefits, and their family and friends can stay on the other side of the resort and the Impressive. And they can meet up anytime, but it just gives the bride and groom somewhere a little bit more private to spend their special days and honeymoon with. The restaurants, we've already said there's a number of restaurants around the resort. I think there's 10 restaurants altogether, some a la carte, but this is the breakfast area where you can have your breakfast, your omelette, fresh omelette, or your fruit, and you're sitting there with your coffee and your toast and your omelette, and you think the world's a beautiful place, especially here at the Impressive Resorts. Just some other parts that your premium guests can enjoy. There's an exclusive Italian restaurant at Villa Mango. You've also got the lounge, but look at the restaurants there. You've got the Japanese, you've got the Italian, you've got a steakhouse there, you've got a Mexican restaurant there as well. Some buffet, some a la carte. So really great choice for your clients. And there's a fantastic wine choice as well for your clients to enjoy. And as I mentioned, the international restaurant for buffet. So you can fine dine, or if you just want to grab something and go, you just go to the buffet. And one of my other favorite places, they've got a fantastic private little coffee shop. It's like the equivalent to a Costa or a Starbucks. And you go in there, you can have all your favorite coffees while you sit there and just read the daily newspaper, maybe. But there's some more pictures of the restaurants there, the Japanese restaurants, the teriyaki, fantastic there. They've got on a great show, cooking all the food. The Mediterranean restaurant and the Italian restaurant is all there for you. So great choice of restaurants. You can dine in, if you're only there for 7 nights, you could dine in a different restaurant every night, easy. So if you've got clients who maybe have limited mobility, there is sort of a boardwalk everywhere. They can get down onto the beach. We've even got our own mobility prams or pushchairs for your clients rather than try and get a wheelchair on. We can do that for them, as you can see there, but very accessible for people with limited mobility as well. So, and we've got accessible rooms, obviously, available for your clients. Just fun for all the family, full stop. That is it. So again, you've got the kiddies pools, the showers, lots of activities to do for the kids, and obviously the great beach. They will run onto that beach every day, and it's just fantastic. And the beauty thing about it, the indent into the water is very, very safe. You walk out 50, 60 meters and it'll only come up to your kneecaps. So it's a great place for the kids to have a splash around as well. There are entertainment. Remember, I said there's an animation team, so there's dedicated animation team for the kids. They do the face painting, pizza making, artwork as well, football, and there's a great kids room as you can see there. They even do a sleep, sleeping lions as they call it, where the boys and girls can have a sleep in the evenings while you go and maybe have a private dinner with your loved one. The kids club can look after the boys and girls for you. But the boys and girls, that's 4 to 12 years old. Obviously, you've got teenagers as well. You can see the kids' club still there, the playroom, the outdoor activities. There's always something to do for the boys and girls. But with the teenagers, there's a teen scene room. If you want to chill out, there's games there, table tennis, football. You can just get on your Xbox and play your game, meet new teenagers, make friends on holiday as well. So it's a real sort of drop out area or chill out zone for the teenagers. And of course, boys and girls are entertained. The teenagers are entertained. Mums and dads are entertained as well. You've got activities from you've got aerobics on the paddle boards, which is very fun if you're watching it. A little bit difficult to do, but it is good fun. You got on the pier as well, the boardwalk. You can do your Pilates and yoga, and of course, the evening we have professional shows every night. You can see the fantastic animation that goes on. Remember, it's all inclusive, so you can sit there and you can get your drinks or your family and friends and really have a great time whilst you're there at the impressive. And new this year's the new sports bar. So if you've got a famous, great football match, boxing match going on, maybe cricket, or just some other stuff you're interested in the sports scene, you can hit there. There's a little bar there. There's food available. So maybe mum wants to go and get pampered in the spa. Dad can go into the sports bar and just chillax for a little while the kids are in a kids club. Perfect setting for the family. My favourite place is obviously the gym. Honest, it is the gym. But there's a great gym down there for everybody wants to work. If anybody's crazy enough to go to the gym on holiday, there is there. The running machines, the rowing machines, everything's there that you would expect in a five-star resort. We've got an excellent spa down there. This you can have outdoor spa treatments in the cabana down there and just look out into the Caribbean Sea. But there is a very good, impressive spa down there. So again, if you've got a wedding party, they're going down there. There's a dedicated bridal room where they hang the dress, steam the dress, and get it all ready for you. You can have the makeup, all the facials, the pedicures, the manicures, and there's a hydrotherapy pool there as well. And all the treatments you would expect in a five-star hotel, all the therapy treatments that you'd expect. There's even a hairdresser's down there as well. So male and female, there's a whole range of treatments for your clients to enjoy. Romance, well, who wouldn't fall in love in Domrep and the impressive hotels? Great locations around. Remember the gardens, the beach, or on the boardwalk. And the owners of the hotel have actually got this beautiful red Cadillac that your clients can pose in for their wedding photographs. And there's a lovely big beach heart sign on the beach as well. So something very romantic and something they will remember forever. So mentioned right at the beginning, the impressive right next door to it, they've just bought a new plot of land, and they're building the Royal Punta Cana, the impressive Royal Punta Cana. It's going to be right next door, 300 room, five-star luxury hotel, and that will be coming to you guys very soon. So do keep your eyes on the trade press. And that would be a big launch, the impressive Royal Punta Cana. Remember, the resort itself, although it's all inclusive, there are numerous bars within walking distance of the front entrance. There's a nightclub there, there's a casino, all within the resort. But if you do want to venture out, there's numerous bars and restaurants you guys can go to if you just want a different change of scenery. Very close, walking distance anywhere. Within 2 or 3 minutes, you can find yourself a great venue just to chillax and enjoy. That's it from me. So thank you very much for your time and attention. So start booking. We're giving a great prize away today, which we'll tell you in just a second. So I'm going to pass you back over to Sarah. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you very much, Graham. Great presentation, loving the humour. So thank you very much for that. So now I test my skills and see if I can share my screen properly. So here we go. So I'm going to hand over to Randall, who is going to take you to StolenTime St. Lucia.
Hello, thank you all for taking the time to learn about StolenTime St. Lucia and my booking rewards. I'm Randall Jackson, the United States sales leader, and I'm looking forward to sharing the resort with you today. Before we go too deep, I just want to tell you that StolenTime St. Lucia is an all-inclusive wellness resort. It has 100 rooms, 4 restaurants, one of which is fine dining, and it's nestled on a 2-mile stretch of uninterrupted beachfront. Some areas are as deep as 50 yards wide. So to give you a better idea of what this looks like and feels like, I'm going to show you a quick video that's going to give you really nice aerial views and then some other shots of the resort, and then we'll go a little bit deeper when we come back. Okay, it looks pretty amazing, does it not? So now we've got a map here to show you exactly where we are in the Caribbean. You'll see under the underlay there, you can see how far south we are. We are technically in the West Indies. We're very, very, very small, far south. And then you'll see the map on top that shows the whole country of St. Lucia. And you see StolenTime there in Castries, and then up above at the northernmost peak, you see our sister property, Body Holiday. To the right, you'll see the overview of the resort and its full campus there. And I really want you to just pay attention to the terracotta buildings there, and the large one in the back, that's going to house all of our garden rooms and veranda suites. And then the one to the right, number 10, that is poolside. The one in the middle is beachfront, and then the little sprinkling of the smaller buildings are also the beachfront cottages. So, being a wellness resort, we focus on four key pillars at the resort. And that's going to be activities and fitness, mindfulness and relaxation, nutritional choices, and of course therapeutics. So everything that has anything to do with resort is going to encompass all of these things. Everything I speak of is included, and basically, unless I say there's a supplemental, assume it's part of the all-inclusive package. So starting with my favorite, which is nutrition. So this is the Terrace restaurant. This is kind of the epicenter of the resort. So this is the one restaurant that does do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And lunch and dinner, we do a la carte, and we do buffet. We kind of change it each day as the week goes on to keep people guessing. We even change the decor as well. And then as you can see, even in the evenings, the views and everything are really, really beautiful. All of our restaurants are scratch kitchens, and they are organic as well, which is a key point to consider. And the first restaurant is Malabar Beach Club, which is my favorite actually. That is what we call our toes in the sand restaurant. So when you arrive, there's an area right when you enter, and there's cubby holes there, and you put your shoes in the cubby hole, and then you're escorted to your table with your toes in the sand, and you dine toes in the sand with the ocean crashing behind you. This area also represents your all-day food. So in between, let's say, lunch and breakfast, and between lunch and dinner, or I should say lunch and tea, you can also come over to this area here and grab some lighter fare if you happen to get hungry during the middle of the day as well. The next area is the champagne bar. Every single evening, there's a champagne tasting. In fact, in all of our restaurants, no dinner is served without a sommelier in the room. So our sommeliers are actually the staff members that conduct the evening champagne tasting. And it's not just a little smidgen of it where you get to kind of get a taste and you move on with the rest of your evening. You're going to get a full journey of taste with that champagne tasting, where they're going to tell you the origin of the champagne and all of the attributes of it while you're tasting it. And it's really, all the guests really enjoy going there each evening before dinner. The next area is Time Restaurant, which is our fine dining there. It is indoor, air conditioned, and it really is that formal fine dining experience. It is a French Caribbean fusion dining experience, and again with the sommelier in the room to do wine pairings and multiple courses, but it truly is a luxury fine dining experience. So the next pillar we're going into is activity. So there's a total of about 25 to 30 activities to choose from every single day. And every single day is different than the day before, and every one of them is guided by one of our experts. The main purpose of this is, we're trying to introduce your body to your mind through activity. So each one of these activities, of course, is going to have a mind-body element to it. Things like archery or water skiing, all of those have a really, really high mind-body connection ability to them. The greatest piece about that is that you don't have to sign up. You just show up. If you're the only person there, you get a private session, which is just awesome. And we're really just trying to remove all of those things that might keep us from trying something new and really expanding our mind-body connection. So going into some of these activities, you will see here, because we also do have cultural enrichment as well. And so that's everything from wine tastings, rum tastings, oil painting, lots of other things you can do as well. The garden tour is amazing there. As you can imagine, that garden there has been probably groomed for nearly a century now. These are some of the other personal enrichment classes you can do. Like that one you see in the top left is actually the oil painting class, which of course is with wine as well. And then we're going to go into the spa in the Winter Garden. So part of being a wellness center, again, or wellness resort, is that at StolenTime you are able to actually book your stay with or without wellness treatments. Some of you that might be familiar with Body Holiday know that Body Holiday only comes one way, and that is with wellness treatments for every guest every full day of their stay. We go with the same philosophy at StolenTime. However, we did find out, or we have found that there are some people that do not or cannot have daily wellness treatments. And as you can imagine, that is kind of a large supplemental to ignore. And so at StolenTime, we give you that option. So your guests can either book with or without daily treatments. So if a guest wants to just arrive and come with no treatments booked at all, and then they can add maybe one or two as they go along the way during the week, they're certainly welcome to do that as well. One of the other great things about doing your wellness treatments here is that all of the staff members have all been trained by the same training standards at Body Holiday. But one of the coolest things about it is that you're able to have your wellness treatment anywhere within the resort you would like. So sure, you could have it here in the wellness center itself, but you could have it in your room, you could have it on your terrace, you could have it on the beach, wherever you would enjoy. There's about 14 of those treatments that are included that you can choose from. Aside from that, there's probably another 100 treatments that you could select from on a supplemental basis as well. This is just kind of giving you an idea of some of those treatments that are available. So the lazy river is one of the other really, really special parts of StolenTime. It winds through the resort between the larger building where the veranda suites are and where the pool is. And it really is this nice little niche. There's little areas where you can just go in there. There's seating areas, you have a seat, and out of nowhere, someone will come up and ask you if there's anything you would like. Often you'll see guests there in there reading or hanging out or just spending time with one another. So we're going in straight into the room categories now. So this is our entry-level room, or our garden room, or solo room. So garden and solo. So when we do have solos with us, you can stay in this room with no supplemental. And so that this is also our entry-level room as well. It does have a terrace, ample-sized. You really can't go wrong with that. And this is one of those resorts where the guests really don't spend a lot of time in their rooms as well. So then we go straight into our suite categories. Like technically, like almost, majority of this resort are all premium room types. So starting first with veranda suites. They're very, very large and ample in size, very, very lovely with the large freestanding tub, the chandelier, the separate shower. The ones on the ground floor, you can just walk right out, or upstairs, you can actually see out towards the ocean and all of that as well. The next room type is the beachfront rooms. This is actually one of my favorite categories. One of the special things about StolenTime really is that when agents call me and ask me, what's the best room or what's the best type for my client, the question I typically will ask is, can you tell me a little bit about your client? Because it's more of a matter of taste and less of a matter of which one is better. So these I really enjoy. Again, the ground floors are great because you can just walk right out. But then on the second and third floor, they all have outdoor space, and it has an outdoor like poof or a couche that you can sit on, but then also an area where you can hang a hammock. So you can actually hang in the hammock and look out over the ocean. It really feels like you're just hanging in a tree. It's wonderful. And then the beachfront rooms. The beachfront, I really suggest these to my clients. If they say that, my client is a chatty Cathy, loves to entertain, or if there's a group of people coming together, like 5 or 6 people, sometimes it's a great spot to put at least one of the guests in so they have a place to congregate that's theirs, um, and just where they can just entertain one another in their own space right by the pool. So this is kind of my active or entertainer room. And then the next one is, of course, the beachfront cottage. So this space, again, is really, what's really special about it is that these rooms are literally footsteps from the ocean front. In the image you see to the right, those 2 chairs are dedicated to that actual room. Each one of these cottages has dedicated chairs, and those chairs are about at the 50-yard line between you and the water. And you'll be very, very hard pressed to find another resort where you can find rooms this close to the ocean front. And then the picture to the left is really with you standing, let's say, facing into your room. That room has an all glass front, so when you open the door, you can literally make that room all indoor, outdoor. So you go from your room to your little terrace space where you could have coffee that you see there with the table and the chairs, and then a little bit further to your loungers, and then straight to the ocean from there. We do have theme months, so everything from Well-Fit to we've got Spring Sail, June Jive. I'm just going to go through these really quickly because we're getting close to time. September or Summer Solos is really very, very popular. Well-Fit as well. October Yoga is probably one of the more popular as well. And of course, pre-Christmas Restorative Break. So I hope I gave you some good insights on it. We also do weddings, actually. We do a lot of weddings there and special experiences and decadent like anniversaries, birthdays, all of that as well. We are part of the SunSwept Specialist Program, so if you do start doing bookings with us, definitely sign up for the SunSwept Specialist Program, which is run by My Booking Rewards, as you guys are familiar. But that is the best way to stay with us. Most of my clients will book enough rooms to where they can stay with us for 3 nights, and then they'll add on another 2 for themselves. And then this is just my contact information. And again, I'm Randall Jackson, and I'm with SunSwept Resorts based in Chicago. Thanks again, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Cheers.
Thank you very much, Randall. What a great presentation. So thank you very much for that. Jade unfortunately has had to leave us, but she has left a question for us. I think all the questions have been answered in the Q&A. If you do have any more, don't worry. I will send a copy of the recording out and everybody will be copied in, including Randall, Graham and Jade. So Now we come to the fun part. So let's test everybody. So if everybody can go to chat, make sure your drop down says everyone. We've got some questions. So Jade has left me her question for all of you. So going back to the very first presentation, if you can remember that one, um, name for me the leading room category at Calabash Cove. Holly, you're on fire. Look at that. Sunset Ocean View Junior Suite. That is the one. So, Holly, you have your 10 points. Graham, you'll have to unmute.
Can you hear me?
Yep, all good.
Yeah. Okay, got a great question. What we're going to do is give away great prizes for you to really help you secure your booking. We're going to give you a complimentary grade at the Impressive. So if you've got a client going there, get the question right today, your client will receive a complimentary upgrade. And the question is, how long in meters was the boardwalk pier? Can you remember? How many meters was it? Same length as the Statue of Liberty? How many meters?
Okay, so Michelle, Carol, Nicola. So Carol was the first person, and she said it's 90 meters.
I walked along it myself and I counted with my tape measure. It is, in fact, 90 meters.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Graham. And for stolen time, I've got a really, really easy one for you. So looking at the presentation that was playing, who can name the board basis at stolen time? Very easy. Kerry, you're on fire. Yes, Kerry, of course, it's all inclusive. Um, so you have your 10 points. So great stuff. So I will send a copy of the recording out for you all tomorrow. Everybody will be looped in. I will put everybody who's the winners into a prize draw. Also, everybody else that's on the webinar, you get a prize draw entry as well. I'll let you know the winners tomorrow. Big thank you, everybody. It's nearly the weekend. It's Thanksgiving. Have a great weekend. Have a great time. And Graham, Jade, and Randall, thank you very much. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
Sarah. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.